What's going on? Is the baby okay?
Where the hell is my son?
Aiden was not checked out of the nursery.
Well, then he has to be here.
Well, I'm telling you, he isn't in here.
Okay. Let's just take a deep breath. I'm sure it's just some kind of mix-up.
According to our records, your son is still in the nursery.
Well, that's the one place we know he isn't.
Okay, if anyone tried to take him out of the hospital, his monitor would have set off the alarms.
Will the monitor tell us his location in the hospital?
The board refused to fund that level of technology.
It takes special equipment to take off his little ankle bracelets. It has to be done by a supervisor nurse who documents everything.
Did you check with the supervising nurses?
They've all been paged.
Hey, Janine, have you checked my room again? I mean, we could have just crossed. Nobody on your floor has seen him.
I'm telling you, this is Helena. She took Spencer out of the country when he was a baby. She's doing the same thing with Aiden, I know.
Stop. Don't assume the worst. Aiden could have been taken for more tests, and his... It doesn't mean he's been kidnapped.
Hey, call said missing baby. They didn't say it was yours.
Yeah, Aiden's gone. He's missing.
Aiden?
That's what we named him, and I'm sure he's fine.
What happened?
But my son is missing. Why is that so difficult for everyone to understand here?
Says he's still in the building.
Okay, well, when did anyone see him last?
Not that long ago. It's still in the computer log.
Helena took him. I'm telling you, she took him. I should have known she would do this. Put out an APB and make sure that her jet doesn't leave the airport.
Okay, well, we need to lock down the hospital.
That should have been done a long time ago, Lucky.
You know how this works, right? Nobody enters, nobody leaves until we find the baby. Just tell people to get someplace and stay put.
They will never drown. I'll get things rolling.
Okay. All right, Elizabeth, I think you should get back to your room and just stay there. I'll send someone to take your statement.
No, I'm going to help look for my son. I know this building better than anyone.
No, but we just need to clear you as a suspect.
Excuse
okay?
me? You think I had something to do with this?
No, of course not. It's just procedure. Okay? It's the best way to find Aiden.
You know, that nurse in the nursery is new. She could have just made a mistake in the computer.
Yeah.
Or Helena could have paid her off. So I am going to go talk to her.
The police will take care of that. Okay?
What if Helena already got Aiden out of the hospital?
I've got people watching the airports.
She took Spencer to Russia, didn't she?
Yes.
Well, what if she takes Aiden there? He can't be traveling right now.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lost it with her the way I did. I knew she would retaliate. She practically told us that she would.
Okay, wait. Let's not go to worst case scenarios. I mean, there's a security system in place for a reason, right? Our son has to still be in this building. I could probably find him if they just let me leave this room.
The police have to eliminate us as a suspect first.
Well, Lucky knows I would never do anything to hurt my child, and so does Matt.
And Helena's banking on that.
I just can't sit around here.
Don't let her make it any worse than it already is.
I insist that you open that door immediately. Now, my grandson is the chief trustee of this...
Leave him alone?
Well, Detective Spencer, you're just in time to open this door for me.
Well, yeah, I'd be happy to. As soon as you tell me where you hid Nikolas's baby.
What do you mean?
His baby's missing, Helena, as if you didn't know.
Well, that's what this is all about? Oh, you mean someone took the child?
If I didn't know you better, I'd think you were really surprised. You are good at what you do, I'll give you that. Now, where in the hell is my little nephew?
Where's Aiden? What did you do with him?
I didn't take him.
You're not leaving this room until you tell me where my son is.
Honestly, Nikolas, I am as surprised as you are.
She's lying. She took Aiden just like she took you all those years
We're
ago.
gonna find him. We're treating Helena as a suspect, okay?
Suspect? She's not a suspect. She's a kidnapper several times over. You stole Spencer years ago, tried to control him, just like you tried to control me my entire life because you're obsessed with a Cassadine heir.
But, darling, your poor little Aiden isn't the Cassadine heir.
What do you mean Aiden isn't the Cassadine heir?
You've been obsessed with my son from the very beginning. If you hurt him in any way,
I swear to God, I'm going to kill you myself.
Granted, I got carried away with the idea of a new Cassadine coming into this world, but when you gave him that dreadful name, Aiden, I mean, it's so bourgeois. How could you burden a child like that? But in any case, Spencer is the real Cassadine heir. He always has been. Now, I don't want your little Aiden.
You've hurt my son.
I don't know where your son is, but while you're all badgering me, you're giving the real kidnapper more time to get away.